Obviously glad for the win. I thought really happy for those two quarterbacks. I thought they both played extremely well. I thought that was our best rhythm that we had offensively. I thought obviously that we came out to get done what we need to get done. We got a lot of work to do over the next 2 weeks. I thought that was our worst performance defensively, and for a lot of reasons. I mean, it just fundamentally, technique-wise, and don't like how the number way too many missed assignments, just basic things that there's no excuse for. And I just told the defense, I said, they got to make up their mind of what we're going to be and how we're going to approach it, because we can't play like that. We need a lot of work. We have a lot of work to do, and it starts with us coaches. And it wasn't anything fancy, and that was hurt us. We hurt ourselves. We didn't play with technique. We didn't play fundamentally, and at the end, we didn't play good enough to not nearly what our standard needs to be. But I don't want to take away from the win. We're going to use this bye week to. We need to make a big jump between now and two Saturdays from now.
Yeah, but you've got a bye week to breathe defensively. When you step back, what are the 2 or 3 biggest priorities on defense?
Getting off blocks. And let me tell you, Dirk, the amount of to start that football game, we had missed assignment after missed assignment. I know we're young, and trust me, there were some young guys who made some of those mistakes, but that can't be an excuse. It is what it is. We have some young guys, but that can't be an excuse. And trust me, I tell that to the coaches. It's not an excuse. We need our level of execution. The amount of times that we shoot ourselves in the foot is absolutely ridiculous. Where they don't even have to do anything well. They don't even. I'm not taking anything away from South Dakota State in any means, but when you just blow your gap and we just flat out bust or don't align on the right guy, the amount of times that happened in the game was mind-boggling to me. And that starts with us coaches, okay?
Do you think Zimmer took you guys by surprise at all with his speed?
No. We've seen faster than him.
Did they take you by surprise with what they're doing?
No. We've seen what they did. I mean, they didn't do anything fancy. They didn't have to. When you don't line up right, and you don't, they didn't need to do anything fancy. It wasn't anything magical that they did.
The tackling continues to be an issue.
Absolutely.
What's the fix, or what's the explanation?
I don't have an explanation on it. Honestly, we tackle in practice. We've got you stress it, you drill it, you do tackling drills, and I just told our guys. I said, let's face it, guys. There has to be a mentality. You have to have a certain kind of mentality when you take that practice, take the field, and I just feel like sometimes we're sitting back taking it, and there has to be a sense of urgency. A big part of playing defense is having an attitude, and right now we don't have that right attitude, and that starts, like I said, with us as coaches. We got to coach it better.
What do you mean right attitude? What kind of attitude are you talking about?
You got to have a killer instinct. You got to go get. I was talking to, I see Jamie sitting back there, that we talked about football. In football, no one's going to give you anything. You got to go take it. You got to earn it. And if you don't have that kind of approach, then it's not going to work out well for you. And right now, that's how we're playing. We're not playing with the type of attitude you need to take to the field defensively. There has to be a sense of urgency every single time you snap, every time you line up. There has to be a sense of urgency, and for some reason that isn't the case right now. And that's the first thing that we need to get fixed. It is the attitude, the sense of urgency you got to take the field with, and then obviously the execution part of it, the focus, the discipline, the missed assignments. There's no excuse for them, none. And I'm tired of seeing it, and we need to get it fixed.
Did you see some of that stuff get better after the first quarter?
Yeah, but it's still, it still hurt us. I mean, it didn't hurt us as much on the scoreboard, but I thought it was the worst in the first quarter. But believe me, we had 8 men in the box at one point to start a drive. 8 men in a box, gapped out defense, and they ran the ball for, I think, plus 13 or 14 and plus 8, something like that. And there is zero excuse for that.
So what was your level of concern for you now heading into camp?
You know what, Steve, I don't have, I work in the business of getting it fixed. And I take it as a challenge right now to get this thing fixed. And we'll find the right combination, and we'll find a way. I've always been able to do that. And I feel confident we're going to be able to do it. And we'll get it. I'll get this fixed. Trust me there.
Your offense masks, to a certain extent, the defensive performance because you scored so many points and went for some yards. Why do you think you're so efficient today, maybe versus the first 3 games? What did you guys do really well today?
Well, I think they played fast. I thought they played fast, played aggressive. I thought on the offensive side of the ball, we had an attack mentality, and which is kind of the opposite, I think, for whatever reason, how we played defensively. We played on our heels and indecisive defensively, where offensively I thought we had an attack mentality. A big part of this game is your mental approach. It's a huge part of this game, and I thought that some of the things we talked about last week, I think that our offensive coaches did a good job. I thought we dialed it down a little bit more. I thought we condensed what we were doing, and I thought it helped us. I thought we played fast offensively.
What would it mean to you to enter and exit the field today with such a nice support from the fans?
Obviously, I appreciate our fans. I've said it. I'll say it again, that we have great fans, and I think everybody involved understands that what came out was not indicative of who I am or how I feel about them. And I think our fans, understand that. They're great fans, and they've been around me for 5 years. I think they know who I am as a person.
Hey, Bo, with your quarterback situation, did they make you more comfortable, if you weren't comfortable, with your backup situation if Martinez would have any more problems down the road?
Yeah, this helps. I've said it all along that we have a lot of confidence in Tommy and Ronnie. They're both good players, and the way we practice obviously helps develop our guys. We do 2 stations a lot, 2 teamworks, and our guys are getting a lot of reps. And, so it's not like there's a lot of guesswork involved with a lot of teams where the backup isn't getting a lot of repetition. We see them do that on a daily basis, and to me, when you see them do it, you see them perform, you watch them get better, and they're understanding, and they're getting those kinds of repetitions. It's a lot easier to have that type of confidence. But seeing them do it full, in real time, and kind of they were the guys today, and especially Tommy and starting the game, it makes you feel a lot more confident. Maybe it was because of who he was playing against, and the whole South Dakota State thing, and kind of playing against it. He struggled a little bit. I thought Bando struggled a little bit, especially to start the game. And you have to figure out why they did, but. We had a lot of breakdowns to start the game, which that's not the way you want to start.
Can you talk a little bit about the play of your safeties today? You're a former safety, you coach that position, you know it well. Are they doing the things that you want them to do?
Coop is. I think Coop's playing pretty well. The other safeties, we got to get better at the other safety position, and they're playing too tentative, and you have to play that position. You have to be aggressive. You have to be. We weren't aggressive enough. We played passive at that position at times, and that hurts us because that's an important position in our defense. And, we rotated a lot of guys through there. I thought at the end of the game, I wish they would have played more base. We were hoping to play Charles Jackson a little bit more in base in this game, and kind of limit them against base, but they didn't play a lot of base. They played a lot more 11, and so they had us in nickel a lot more. And in hindsight, I wish we would have got him ready to play, because I think Charles if he can get down the mental part of things and kind of figure things out, I think he's a guy that could help us. But he's still a work in progress. But he shows me he's a playmaker, and I know he'll tackle well.
Is this a big week then for him, guy like him?
It is. I think it's a big week for a lot of our guys, and I think if you go when you go watch the film, you're going to see it's evident. What's evident is some of our breakdowns that we had, and that's just not in the back seven. Up front, we didn't get off blocks up front. We didn't play well up front. That was our worst game we played up front, and I thought we've been making really, really good progress with our young guys on the defensive line, but we didn't play well up front. We didn't play good fundamentally. We didn't play good technique-wise, and we didn't get off blocks the way we need to get off blocks.
But what's the nature of Kenny Bell's injury?
Kenny's just he laying it on his shoulder, and it didn't come out or anything like that. So Kenny will be fine. He could have went back in the game, but obviously we weren't going to do that at this point.
The other young wide receiver stepped up, Bullemab or Birch. What do you think of their play today?
They're getting better. They just got to work on their consistency, and I thought we did some good things. I thought Jordan, well, it looked like Westerkamp played well today. I thought Jamal, it looked like he had a game because Jamal didn't play the way he wanted to a week ago, but I thought he did some better things. And Quincy Nunlin continues to just play like a man. He's a full-grown man. He's a good football player. He's playing at a really high level.
You learned anything about Tommy Armstrong that you didn't know coming into this game?
Not that I didn't know. I've had a lot of confidence in Tommy, and I think he's a really good player.
What was Taylor's role today?
Excuse me?
What was Taylor's role today? Was he
Just support his teammates.
Support his teammates?
And I thought he did it well. He was into the game on the headset, and was following what was going on. Was talking to those guys when they came on.
Will he be ready to practice Monday?
Well, we're not practicing Monday, but when they would come back on Tuesday, I don't know. We'll see. That I want him to be 100%, feeling good. And he's a lot better. He's feeling better, but that's going to be, how he progresses over the next couple of days and what the doctors and trainers tell him.
Is there any chance that with this injury he may not play against Illinois?
That's hard to say, Eric. I would doubt it. I think I would say he's going to be ready to play, but we'll see.
Anything else for Coach?
Can you now that the non-con is done, can you take a step back and just, today's defensive performance aside, look at the improvement of the team as you head into Big Ten play? Potentially we have a good, we have to work on consistency. And that's really across the board. What we have, it's an interesting mix of youth and experience on this team. But potential's there, and but like I said, and I continue to say, every day we walk out on the practice field for this team, it is important, and our guys, we got to continue to grow. We got to continue to work to get better. That's all you can do. It's not about where you are. It's going to be where we are 2 weeks from now, and then the next week after that. We keep progressing each week. We'll be fine, but. There can never be a sense of complacency with this team in any regards, and because that's how that isn't how we're going to reach the goals that we want to reach. Because we're nowhere near where we want to be, and I can say I bet you coaches across the country are saying the same thing I am. I don't know whether they say it in public the way I do, but at the end of the day, we got a lot of work to do, and all you can do is roll up your sleeves, go to work, and take each day and try to get better. Thanks, guys.